Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm Alicia and we're joined by Renee today, who will be demonstrating our downward facing dog pose. So Adho Mukha Shavasana, everyone's familiar with it. It's in almost every class and especially in our Son A. So we really want to reap the benefits of this pose by doing it correctly. So to begin with, some contraindications to be aware of if you are pregnant or have carpal tunnel syndrome or high blood pressure. You don't want to hold this pose too long. And any other aches and pains, you back out straight away, rest in your child's pose at any time. Some of the great benefits of downward facing dog is stretching, lengthening your muscles in your legs, your arms, as well as calming the mind and getting in touch with your breath. It's also a great strength builder. Eventually you'll come to feel it as a rest pose once you build that strength up. So let's begin with Renee coming onto all fours, so on the knees and on the hands. We want to check our alignment here, so everyone's body is different. So the wrists are under the shoulders, but you can take them slightly forward, so you get length in your down dog. The knees are 90 degrees under the hips, feet are hip distance apart, and the toes are tucked back like Renee has. So here, coming back to the hands and wrists, often people experience wrist pain straight away in downward facing dog. So to avoid this, we want to create a little suction on the mat. So really pull up through the fingertips. You can use the hand mudra like we have. So instead of having a flat palm, you'll see Renee's got a little bit of a hollowness to her palm, protecting her wrists. Working way up the arms, we want to check that our elbows are not completely flexed out like we have now. So we're turning the elbows in, facing each other, and then immediately this will engage the triceps, showing you on that side. And then it's also protecting your shoulders, so feel your shoulder blades working down your back like you're sending the shoulders away from your ears. Fantastic. So inhale now. We're going to start moving by lifting the knees off the mat on your exhale. So squeeze it up, use your core to lift you up. Fantastic. And then start sending the hips back and away from you, keeping those knees nice and bent. That's looking lovely. And Renee should be quite comfortable here. Her neck is in a nice long line, so she's not straining the neck to look back at the toes. Her knees are nicely bent, so the hamstrings are tight. You can pedal out your leg one by one to open it up a little bit. But what she didn't do, which is great, is straight away try and straighten those legs, which a lot of people think they must do in class. You really don't need to. And if you want to release this pose, slowly coming back down onto the knees, bringing your toes together first, big toes to touch, and then taking the hips to sit back for child's pose. You can either keep the arms long, or if you want to rest the shoulder, rest the wrists, you can tuck into fetus pose, where you take the arms back around the hips and rest it down on the mat. So hopefully you got some great tips in your downward facing dog. You can try it again or a few times. And if you want to roll up now slowly from child's pose or fetus pose, bringing the hands back in front of us and roll up slowly. Coming back to seated. Lovely. I hope you enjoyed it with us today. Renee's looking energized, so I think she's got some of the benefits of your downward facing dog. Thank you very much.